guys? Ashton Double A Farm. It is Tuesday, March the 25th. Beautiful day here in South Carolina. Out here in the hay fields, you can see some of the fields behind me. The one right behind me here is one that I plow up a good bit. So out here today with M7040 and the landscape rake. We'll start working on some of this pig damage that I got out in the hay fields. Won't be long when this grass will be growing. Field I'm in now is my biggest field. It's 14 acres. It's probably got the most damage to it all together. I mean, just it's nasty. Right here in front of me is a dip where it goes down to a hole, and I mean, it's tore up. We'll walk down there in a minute and look at it, but there's more damage behind me here, up on sort of top of that hill. There's a little bit of a hill on the other side of it, some damage up there. There's actually some damage right over here at the edge of where I plowed. You can tell sort of where I plowed right here. And there's some damage right over there, about, if I can get my hand right and the camera right, right over in that area. There's some damage that goes out into the hayfield. It's in the plowed area, but it's in the hayfield too. So, then I've got some spotty damage right here behind me. And that's what I wanted to show to you. Said it's got some spotty damage up here on top, but it's still bad enough, as you can see here. These pigs are just ruthless. And I mentioned it before that, you know, I used to watch a channel on YouTube, Hollis Farms, and probably some other ones out there that did a bunch of pig trapping. And I think YouTube took their videos down because of killing the hogs and all this. Well, here's the reason they're killing the hogs. I mean, they are ruthless, and these hogs are out searching for nutgrass is what they're looking for. And nutgrass is hard to sort of handle in your fields, and really and truthfully, I'm looking right now and I don't see much nutgrass at all. But that's what they're looking for, is what I'm thinking. But I mean, you could see, if you could tell, that hole there is about almost a foot deep. So you can imagine running through that with a tractor and a hay baler or a rake or anything else. Here's more. Sometimes it's spontaneous, sometimes it's together, as we'll see down in the bottom. There's another spot. Now, these hogs are just ruthless, and a lot more of it down right across out through there. But the hogs really don't care at all, you know, where they're going. And a lot of these hogs are coming out here, sorry for the glare, but they're coming out of this wood line, but they're coming out way further on down. Of course, the road I live on, and then you go on across that, it goes down in a swamp. That's where those hogs are coming out of. And they're coming up here, start moving from one place to another as they go on out that way. There's some more swampy areas over there, so they're traveling in between those swampy areas, and wherever they see, they're digging up a hole. Being ruthless. There's some more there. A spot here. And I mean, most of it is a foot deep. I mean, and again, you don't want to hit this with a tractor. And I was planning on going to put you in the tractor with me, and I'll try to do what I can. My GoPro's dead. I thought it should have been charged. I ain't used it in several weeks, and I guess that's what I get for thinking, because I should have known that it wasn't going to be charged up and they've been used. But I mean, you look, hole right there almost hidden. Two holes there. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell it or not, but I mean, this whole area here is torn completely up. It was a little bit last year. Didn't take me long to fix it last year. But this year, it is absolutely ridiculous. It's almost to the point of I might end up just having to disc this whole bottom portion of the field up. I mean, look at this. I mean, that whole area there, holes in and out. I mean, look at this. This whole area here. Huge, huge area here. Man, that's just, you can't go over that with a tractor. You beat yourself to death. And you certainly don't want to cut hay through it. The hay even grows. And you ain't gonna do nothing with that. And you can see deer tracks, pig tracks. A lot of deer tracks in here, but there's some pig tracks too. Thank the Lord they hadn't hit it lately. Don't look like they've really hit any of this since I put lime out. But like I said, it's almost to the point. I may end up just having to plow this whole, take my big tractor and my big disc and just plow this whole bottom section of the field up. It's just ridiculous. And like I said, you can just look at this. The amount of damage these hogs have caused. And I'm hoping I can take the landscape rake and just slowly go through here and pull the dirt and hopefully fill in the holes. But I'm almost probably, once I do that and do what I can, I'm almost thinking I'm gonna probably have to borrow that tiller again that I used on my garden. And I'm gonna have to go back over to try to get it level. Cause that'd be the only way. I think last year I come out here with a disc tear. I don't think I used a landscape rake. And look at the little holes in there. And just tear it up. I mean, just tear your fields up. Actually, it almost looks like some of this may be fresh up here. And this is where I disc. It's been rained on. It's a little fresher than what's in the hayfield, thank the Lord. You know, I don't care if they do it out here. I'm not doing nothing out here. And I'm not the only one. I mean, they people all around me hayfields, and hayfields getting torn up by these hogs. My neighbor up here next to me, he had a bunch of his hayfield that sort of borders this one that we're in now. They were tearing his up as well. He's then had to go through and level his fields out. But it's just ridiculous. I say it's just ridiculous that, you know, and I don't have a trap. I need to, I guess, try to figure me that one out. When it gets warmer, you won't see this because they're going to stay in the swamp. But during the fall and early spring, the off season, is when these fools come out and cause all the issues. I mean, just wreaking havoc. Like I said, it's a big, big problem. And I think sometimes folks don't even realize the problem these wild hogs are even causing. It's just detrimental to farmers. And folks, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You can see that hole there. Luckily, a lot of the dirt's there. I can hopefully pull it, like I said, with the landscape rake. Pull off most of it back up in the hole. But like I said, I still may have to take and bring the tiller and the tractor and run over all these spots. And I still may have to go with the skid steer and take the skid steer out of my plowed place here and scoop it up and go. I did some of that last year. And I'm gonna have to do that with my big oak tree hayfield. I'll have to do that there with it. But I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just, you know, time wasted. So, like I said, I reckon I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of trap. The neighbor over here, he said he had Knew somebody that did the trapping. I was gonna try to get them to come. They hadn't been. Here you can see more. I'm at the top. This is a plowed area here. Plow field that I plow. Big oak tree fields right down there. This is all right in this big hayfield, a 14-acre hayfield. A whole bunch of it right here, just on the edge. So I gotta take care of it too. If I don't, I just have to go around it, but it just extends on out into the field out there as well. I think there's a spot right up there. It's messed up, like I said, over the little hill right there. They've got it tore up. So, like I said, it's just ridiculous. I think sometimes folks don't understand the impact that these wild hogs have. But anyway, it's crazy. So you have to get out here and do that. But it's one of the things you got to do as a farmer. So this had, maybe would mess with it, but this lower portion of the field where they've done so much damage is actually a really good area of hay growth, and get some really good hay out of it. The field behind the one of them filled them in, the hay filled them in. I've got some issues with it, and I'm working on those issues, but I still, I don't want the hog damage in it. Irregardless, whether I may not even bale it this year. And even if I don't bale it, I still don't want to have a whole bunch of hog holes out here in it. So, but anyway, said I start going through some of these, running through it. I'll try to pull the phone out, that y'all see me bouncing back and forth, jarring myself as I go through this. Alright, I'm gonna go right through the middle of this. I'm gonna try to keep the phone steady. I'll just watch how the tractor's moving. No exaggeration there, folks. None. It's ridiculous. Landscape rate's actually doing fairly decent. It's gonna take a lot of work, but through this portion here. Just have to take it slow. Said I'm gonna try and hold the phone as easy as I can. And that's no exaggeration, folks. I'm not doing that with the phone, I'm sorry. It's ridiculous, I'm telling you. It is ridiculous. You don't think these hogs make a mess? Here's your proof. It's crazy. Like I said, it's gonna do okay, but I still think I'm gonna probably have to take the tiller, borrow that tiller, and run the tiller through it again, and fix all these spots with it. So this ain't gonna be a perfect fix. So. Sadly. Alright guys, I've been at it for, gosh, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes since I was last on here. And I've really got this area here, I guess you could say, transformed. Is it perfect? No, by no means is it perfect. Having the landscape rate turned around backwards like that was the best way to do it. I didn't turn it around the other way. I just left it like that, and I left it down the whole time as I was doing it. But it has knocked out the majority, especially in this area. There's still a few humps and bumps in this area where the most of the pig damage was at. And it smoothed this out pretty good because of being able to move the dirt around and all that. Again, Is it perfect? No, not at all. Now you get up here on the hill up here, and I've already been up on that hill up there. You're getting some of that area where it's sporadic. Those holes are not filled up. These are okay right up in that area, but again, it's not that great because you're not having a whole lot of dirt. You know, if you've ever dug a hole, you don't ever put all that dirt back in, because you do lose it, because it's going mixing in with the grass and everything else that's there. Same principle here. So, and of course, I've been going every which way that you can go, you know, circles and left and right, up and down, across, you know, just every way just to try to fill these holes. So, it's better than it was, that's for certain. I think I'm pretty much done with this area. I may run through it once or twice more. But I may just leave it, let it rain on it. I'm not sure when our next rain's gonna be. But just let it rain on it and settle it down, and then I can come back. I'm still probably gonna have to come back with the tiller, definitely, and run over some of these sporadic locations. Like right here, some of the sporadic stuff that you don't have enough to be able to pull. Still got a hole there and some holes there. Got a hole there. You know, I've run over it, but still you don't have the dirt to really be able to pull it. So, you know, in these areas, I am gonna have to take the tiller, drop the tiller down in that area, till it up, and you know, knock the dirt in that hole. And I may have to come back with landscape rake again, even after the tiller. So, but I have done fairly decent job. Like I said, that whole area there is way better than it was when I started. But anyway, I said it's something I had to work on. Again, it's probably the biggest area. Got spot right up the hill up here I'm gonna do, and then on over the hill. It's a decent sized area, but it won't be too bad. I may run over there here right now and may try to knock some of it down. Losing daylight here, but still got a good hour or so probably before I'll totally lose daylight. But may run up there, and if I can get up there and find me a spot to put you out, I may put you out and let y'all see how bumpy and jumpy it is. So that gave you an idea how bad it was. And I actually did not realize that this area here was as bad as it is. There are some monster holes in this. I mean, especially right along that area right there, all the way down through and all the way around. There's some big old holes in here where them hogs had dug. It's hard to show it. I done ran through a lot of them, but I mean, this area here is tore up pretty bad. I mean, just pretty serious. So it's bad. I'll work on it as much as I can, and again, I just have to bring the tiller and till through it if I got to, and it goes on right on a little patch there. The neighbor's field's right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to zoom in. See it right there. You can actually see one of his tilled spots where he's come in. I don't know what he used to work on his, but actually you can see right here. Zoom back out. Yeah, it said that gum trail right here. Looks like they might have been walking through here out of them cows when they were out walking through. Like I said, here's, I don't know what my neighbor used. Looked like he might have used this there. You can see where his whole field right here. He had to come out here and till it up. I think he did run through his with a disc there, but he got a bunch of it all the way out through there. And all, so. Anyway, these old hogs make a dadgum mess. So if anybody don't believe it, you can show them this video. They do make a mess. So anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this for a few more minutes, work on this spot a little bit. Head to the house. The sun's going down. It's gonna be a pretty sunset. So. But anyway, just thought I'd share this with you, show how the hogs really do a lot of damage. Show me working on some of this and trying to level it out as best I can. Only do what you can do, I guess. So. But anyway, I appreciate all of you watching. Come back and visit next time. God bless you. See you again.